Although Casimero was some 8 pounds overweight last week, Dr. Yraola believes he will have no problem making the 112-pound limit at the official weigh-in on May 24. We had a chance to talk to Dr. Yraola. How is the training of John Riel?
Si John Riel medyo okay ngayon, medyo hungry siya sa ensayo. At tingin ko pati sa laban, gutom na gutom siya because almost 1 year siyang hindi nakalaban. Nag-train sila sa Amerika but unfortunately maraming naging problema doon sa kalaban, hindi natuloy. So right now medyo sa sparring, medyo aggressive. Lahat ng gusto namin pagawa sa kanya para sa laban, sa opensa, depensa, nagagawa niya naman. Kaya mukhang maganda ang laban na magagawa niya sa 25.
Yung problema niya, yung mga layoff for 1 year, minsan problema yan.
Tingin ko naman medyo, siguro may factor yung wala siyang laban. Pero sabi ko nga, yung pagkagutom sa laban, tsaka yung dapat nanalo siya dun sa pakiramdam namin, pakiramdam natin mga Pilipino, nanalo tayo dun sa laban na yun. So yung eagerness na gusto niya pa uling manalo, by a knockout, yun ang bit-bit ni John Riel Casimero sa laban sa 25.
Have you studied the tape of that fight of Amnat?
Yes, oo. Actually, nung bago ako umalis, bago ako magbakasyon, yun ang pinanonood ko sa airport, yung laban nila Amnat. So yung mga crucial points na pwedeng magawa ni Casimero at yung mga bad habit at mga pangit na ginawa niya during the fight, yun yung ini-incorporate namin para magawa at hindi niya nagawin sa susunod na fight.
So okay naman?
Okay naman. Ang unang-una namin, ang naming strategy ngayon is atake, yung depensa, at huling-huli yung strategy ni Amnat na dirty tactics. Dapat mawala yung int ng ulo niya nun, hindi niya sabayan at gumawa siya ng mas magandang opensa para dun.
Pero okay naman ito, si laban nito hindi naman sa Thailand, sa China.
Yes, ang billing ko lang dito sa kanila is before the rules meeting, brief meeting, yung referee sana mabigyan nila ng pointers na wag na sana mangyari uli yung nangyari doon sa susunod na laban para maging fair at maganda yung laban.
Pero yung referee was suspended, I think, and wala na yan.
Tsaka IBF convention to, so definitely magiging fair ang laban dito. Pati judging would be fair probably, and hopefully na siyempre mas gusto namin ng panalong knockout kaysa by a decision.
Tama. So, only problem is he's a little overweight, no?
Yung weight niya medyo laging ganun sa lumaban, 7 pounds over, 3 days, 5 days before, pero ang batang to madali naman magbawas as long as tubig na lang yung nasa katawan, hindi yung taba. So, by Saturday, checkin namin kung body fat niya, kung nasa 3% to 5% or tubig na lang ba yung nasa katawan niya. So, hindi siya mahihirapan magbawas ng timbang at makakuha ng timbang ng 112.
Alam mo, si Donaire, 5 or 6 pounds overweight one night before the weigh-in, pero he is able to make the weight.
Yes. Oo, kasi ganun din sa kanya. Nung nahawakan namin siya, almost 2 fights na ganun din. So, matiisin naman yung bata sa hindi pagkain. Tubig ng pakonti-konti for 3 days to 5 days. So, kaya naman siguro itong makuha yung timbang niya.
When are you leaving for China?
Ang alis nila is May 22nd. Sila lang dalawa ni Coach Jun and yung may promoter nila ni si Samson Jeloani. Kasi dito may maiiwan pa kaming boxer na lalaban for a WBO championship and another 4 rounders.
Sige. Good luck. Good luck, Doc.
Salamat sa pagbisita, Ronnie. Thank you.
John Riel Casimero won the IBF light flyweight title in a riot-marred clash with Luis Lazarte in Buenos Aires, Argentina on February 10, 2012 with a 10th round TKO over Lazarte, whose friends created mayhem after the decision was announced. Here are the closing stages of that fight. This is the crucial 10th round, John Riel Casimero versus Luis Lazarte. Lazarte didn't follow the rule, protect yourself at all times, so John Riel rushed at him the moment the bell sounded, and then he dropped him with a left hook and missed with the right, but the referee decided it was a clear knockdown and he's counting him up to 8, mandatory 8 count. Casimero, another good body shot by Casimero. Lazarte pushes him against the ropes, Casimero warned for using his elbow. Good right uppercut by John Riel Casimero. Another clubbing right, and he goes down again, and then he pulls John Riel Casimero down. Takedowns seem to be the fashion when John Riel Casimero fights. Okay, Casimero, another good left. Lazarte is getting nailed by John Riel Casimero with some powerful shots. Another left. It's a little while. A good right straight by Casimero. Lazarte in all sorts of troubles. And it's over. They throw in the towel. It's over. John Riel Casimero wins by a 10th round TKO. And wait for a moment. When the decision is announced, you'll see how the fans rioted.
Vuela una silla, ¿qué les pasa, muchachos? Seamos buenos perdedores, ¿qué les pasa? Qué locura esto, qué locura es. Qué locura es. Qué ambiente, vuelan sillas, una vergüenza lo que está pasando. Una vergüenza, una vergüenza. Tengamos cuidado, la gente está muy loca, sube al ring, vuela de todo. Es una batalla campal, Esto es una vergüenza,
In his first title defense, Casimero faced unbeaten Mexican Pedro Guevara in Sinaloa, Mexico, and won a 12-round split decision with Dr. Ruben Garcia, whose penchant for scoring fights against Filipino opponents again surfaced as he scored the bout for Guevara 114-113, but was overruled by the scorecards of two judges, Matthew Podgorski 116-111 and Levi Martinez 114-111, who both had Casimero the winner.
To the judges' scorecards for decision.
Aquí están las puntuaciones.
El juez Levi Martínez calificó este combate 114-113 en favor de Casimero.
Una puntuación a favor del filipino por un punto de ventaja.
El juez, the judge, Rubén García, calificó este combate 114-113. Judge Ruben García scored this bout 114-113 en favor de Guevara.
Va a ser decisión dividida.
Podgorski scored this bout 116-111. El juez Matt Podgorski calificó este combate 116-111. Por lo tanto, el ganador por decisión dividida, the winner by split decision. Y aún campeón de
retiene la corona, conserva su corona mundial John Riel Casimero, decisión dividida, pero gana Casimero. El último juez dio 116-111 Jorge Mille, y la victoria es para el boxeador oriental. En lo particular creo que merecido el triunfo para el hombre de Filipinas.
Deme uno, de verdad, todo el triunfo para Casimero.
Here are some highlights of the Casimero-Guevara title showdown. We're into round number one. We'd like to thank our good friend, Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC president, and before him, of course, his esteemed father, Don Jose Suleiman, for giving us the opportunity of getting some of these tapes and using some highlights of these fights to show Filipino audiences what the Mexican fighters are like and how well they fight. They are real warriors. And in this opening round, it's Guevara in black and John Riel Casimero. Good uppercut, and down goes Guevara. Beautiful uppercut by John Riel Casimero. Sobrang ganda. Perfect timing yan. So, he's getting the mandatory 8 count from the referee. His gloves are up. He's ready to go. Casimero wild with the right. That's the problem with John Riel Casimero. He can be wild at times and goes attacking without any real focus on his target. Well, he's chasing Guevara, and Guevara connects with a good left to the body. Casimero fakes with the left. Good right by Casimero that time. Guevara ties him up. Referee pulls him apart. John Riel Casimero, who on the 25th in Beijing, China, will fight Amnat Rueng for the IBF Flyweight title after that somewhat controversial decision in their first fight when referee Larry Doggett did a miserable job as a referee and was roundly criticized from around the world by all the media and fight fans, and was obviously taken out of the refereeing roster by the IBF. Good hard shots by John Riel Casimero. He's winning this opening round handily. He's going after Pedro Guevara. Good left by Guevara to the body. But it's Casimero who's in control of this fight so far. Good uppercut again by John Riel Casimero. That's one of his stronger weapons, the uppercut. Left hook by Casimero. He's got a good left hook too. Guevara a little short with the right, connects with the left, but Casimero covers up very nicely. We're in round number 1, winding down. John Riel Casimero of the Philippines versus Pedro Guevara of Mexico. Opening round, already a knockdown scored by Casimero, so that gave him a 10-8 round. He's wild with the left hook. Could have been tagged with a counter there, but Guevara didn't pounce on the opportunity. There goes the bell, end of round number 1. When we come back, let's go to round number 5. This is round number 5. John Riel Casimero in command of this fight after that opening round knockdown and a couple of really good shots against Pedro Guevara. Guevara trying to come back, but not very successfully. And in round number 5, both fighters grappling with each other. Referee steps in and separates them. John Riel Casimero, the right of your screens, using the left jab. Guevara moving around. Pedro Guevara, who subsequently became a world champion, but since then I believe lost his title. Casimero with the left. Casimero needs to keep his focus. Good right hand by Casimero, and then a little clinch by Guevara. Casimero connects with a right uppercut. Moving forward, Casimero the aggressor. As Dr. Rajan Yraola said earlier, in that interview we had with him, Casimero is going to be aggressive against Amnat Rueng, but it's going to be controlled aggression. He cannot afford to lose his composure, lose his head if Amnat resorts to dirty tactics. And of course the hope is good right hand by Casimero. Another good right hand, but Guevara tries to fight back. And Casimero moving around, stalking Guevara, the aggressor, no question about it, in this fight. Left hook by Casimero, another good right uppercut by Casimero. Guevara is getting caught with a right uppercut too often. Casimero ducks under, lifts Guevara off his feet, and the fight continues. The referee has done a pretty decent job in this fight so far, unlike Larry Doggett. Beautiful left hook, another good left, 2 solid blows by John Riel Casimero. The left hook and the shots to the body. Guevara cautioned for turning around, whirling around. John Riel Casimero banking on his power in this fight against Pedro Guevara. And he's got power. Good right hook. Just learned from my good friend Al Joharo that he's attending the IBF convention in Beijing, China, and will probably be in the corner of Amnat Rueng. Remember, he helped train Amnat Rueng and prepare him for his first fight against John Riel Casimero. And he kind of worked out the strategy. And after the fight, he told us, it may have been an ugly fight, but that was the tactic that Amnat Rueng was asked to use, and it worked for him. Clash of heads there. There goes the bell, or they're going to look at the doctor. No, there goes the bell. End of round 5. This is round number 6. Pretty interesting fight. John Riel Casimero of the Philippines against Pedro Guevara of Mexico. It's been a good fight so far. Pretty evenly matched, but John Riel Casimero, obviously the heavier puncher, and he's getting in some really good uppercuts against Pedro Guevara and catching him time and time again. Good left by Casimero. Casimero the aggressor, no question about it. Obviously, John Riel believes he can take the punch of Pedro Guevara, so the aggressor is going after him. Good uppercut again by John Riel in a left hook. He's developed that left hook into a potent weapon, and he's certainly going to use it against Amnat Rueng on March 25 in Beijing. Another good left hook by Casimero and an uppercut, and Guevara is not quite sure what he wants to do, as Casimero is outboxing him. Good left jab, and Casimero ducks under. And again, Guevara is told not to whirl around because that's an infraction. But not a serious infraction, that's for sure. Guevara comes in, tied up by Casimero. Referee has done a very good job so far in this fight. He's keeping it nice and clean, he's under control, and he's made sure that no foul tactics are employed by either fighter. Good body shots and a left hook and a right hook by Casimero. They're clubbing each other to the side of the head. The referee cautions both fighters not to hit behind the head, because that's an offense. Guevara dancing around, but Casimero catching him continuously with those combinations of his. This is round number 6 of a fight that's scheduled for 12. John Riel Casimero of the Philippines and Pedro Guevara of Mexico. Casimero misses with the left, and Guevara caught him with the right, and he's down again. Let's see what the referee has to say. Well, he went down. Referee rules it as a slip, doesn't call it a knockdown, and Casimero goes after him in typical fashion. Casimero wants to end this fight, if he can, as soon as possible. You know, fighting in Mexico is a little difficult. Sometimes the judges don't see it the way we do, or the cornermen of the Filipinos see it. But generally, they're quite good. And Mexicans are fighters, so they produce interesting fights. Guevara feeling the brunt of power of Casimero, and he's holding on, and he's grappling with Casimero. There goes the bell end of round number 6. We'll take a break, and when we come back, the 12th and final round.